dance for joy or lust or anger, and every time you haven't.
Welcome to Sensible Secondhand Classics, the series where we look at practical and sensible older cars that you can buy for a budget of between £1,000 and £5,000. Although I'm not necessarily sure the CLK is that sensible. Anyway, this is a 2009 Mercedes CLK 200 Kompressor Sport. But is it any good? Should you care? Let's find out, shall we? So the second generation CLK, known as the 209 series, the C209 for the coupe, and the A209 for the convertible version, was launched in 2002, with the convertible following in this country in 2003. The basic engine throughout the life of the car was a 1.8 supercharged engine, although badged as the CLK 200 compressor, first with 161 horsepower, and then later on, like in this car, 181 horsepower. I'm going to have to sort of stop now and pass over to myself later on reading the other list of engines, because it's very, very complicated in this car, and I can't possibly remember all of them whilst I'm driving. Let me tell you about the engines then in this car. They are quite complicated. So when the car was launched in 2002 or 2003 for this convertible version, the basic engine was a 1.8 supercharged engine, badged as the 200 compressor with 161 horsepower. There was also a car badged as the 240, which had a 2.6 V6 engine with 170 horsepower. Then there was a 320, which had a 3.2 V6 with 218 horsepower. There was the 500, which had a 5 litre V8 with 306 horsepower. And then right at the top of the original lineup was the CLK 55 AMG with a 5.4 litre V8 engine and 362 horsepower. With me so far. With the facelift in 2005, the 200 compressor was replaced with a 1.8 supercharged engine of 181 horsepower. The 280 then came out, which had 227 horsepower. That was in 2005 for the facelift. It was a 3 litre V6. Then there was the 350, which was a 3.5 V6 with 268 horsepower. And then there were more powerful versions. So there was the 500 with a 5 litre V8, 301 horsepower from 2005 onwards, and then another 500 with a 5.5 litre V8 engine with 382 horsepower. There were two other versions of the CLK 63 AMG with a 6.2 litre V8 with 474 horsepower, and then the 63 AMG Black Edition with 500 horsepower. Goodness gracious me. So there we go, they're all chain-driven engines in one of these, and you know, this car actually feels a lot more sporty to drive than I thought it would. It's probably because it's got rack and pinion steering in it, whereas I think the older CLKs, I drove one of those back in 2021, they were a steering box, I think, actually. The steering feels a lot better in this, far more direct. There's plenty of power, actually, from this base engine for the year. It's about 0 to 60 in 9.1 seconds. So, yeah, it feels good. Let's go around this roundabout and just see how it is. I'm sure it'll be obviously pretty good. It feels actually pretty firm. In a lot of convertible cars, I have this issue with the mount shaking around the windscreen far too much. The SLK I drove was a 99 model, but a while ago was like that. This is not. It's really nice and stiff. It feels good. I mean, it might be because of the hood's up or something, but yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with the way that this car drives. It feels nice, even with this 1.8 supercharged engine. I'm up to the speed limit here quite quickly. And it feels reasonably kind of solid over the bumps and things. I'm actually quite impressed with the chassis It's not as I expected. You know, things like a Saab 9.3, Volvo C70 Mark 1, things like that would have been around when the car was launched in 2002, are not quite as stiff as this.
Very nice viewers. Can't believe that this sort of car is, you know, not even maximum sensible second-hand classics money. It's a bit below that actually. This 2009 CLK 200 Kompressor Sport. So this is known as the A209 version. The coupe was called the C209. And this is one of the very last ones. 2009 was the last year for these cars. I think it looks actually really good in this facelifted guy's facelift occurred about 2005. I'll leave the hood down. Sorry, leave the hood up for the time being. Get confused there. I'll leave that up for the time being. We will put it down a little while, but we need to take a look at things in the boot and everything like that before that. It's much easier to do that in this position. So parking sensors on this sport model. We've got AMG wheels on it too. It looks good considering this is the least powerful model that was available at the time. Yeah, it still drives really well. See if we can get the boot open. It's not look like idiots too much. If we can help it. There we go. I suppose the boot's not too bad for a car like this. Yeah. So you need to have this thing in place, otherwise the thing won't go up and down properly. Not the biggest boot in the world, but then you don't really buy these for practicality, do you? There we go, tyre inflation kit, which is a bit of a shame, but there we go. Where's the warning triangle? I thought on the Mercedes they sort of lived up there, but oh sorry, that is a warning triangle. It's just a sort of folded flat one. Right, little handle there to do that. There we go, excellent. Yeah, looks ever so nice, doesn't it? Not really that bad for 91,000 miles actually, well that's pretty low mileage for a car from 2009. I forget how long a 2009 was now. So we shall get in the back, courtesy of Mr. Manning from the Matty's Cars channel, who requires I look inside the back of such things. Actually, this isn't too bad. It goes like this, and then like that. So I think we've got half a chance of getting in the back of this one. We'll have to pull the number plate out anyway, because we're going to need to take that out when the hood goes down. So, let's see if we can get in the back, which is an armrest in here. Always use rear head restraints. Oh dear, there's not much room in here. Let's see if we put this back. I mean, we can have it like that, or can we have it down to the ground? Oh. Or maybe we can't. Maybe we've got to sit like this. Oh dear. It's not good, viewers. I mean, even if I had a limited headroom by putting the hood down, we would be in trouble because we'd have no legroom behind someone of my size, so I'm an average sized person. Never mind, we've got the seatbelt butler here. We'll have a look at that in a bit and see if that works. We've got the rear electric window switch. It's only a 4-seater. Put that up for a second. We can see we've got a stowage compartment there, and we've got an ashtray and some rear vents here. Looks like a smiling robot, I think. Yeah, I suppose if you're really short, it's okay, but I'm not going to be able to go very far in here, viewers, because that seat's not very comfortable for the person driving. Right, let's get this dealer plate out the back window, which we'll put in when we go for a drive again, and let's get this roof down. Fabulous! What a stylish car. I mean, it's try cleaning that. Okay, let's see why someone's not done that. So yeah, just for 2 seats, of course. Sorry, just for 2 doors. We've got 4 seats in here. Getting in the back's going to be a lot easier now. I've got a limited headroom. In fact, why don't we do that? Why don't we do it as a bonus from Mr. Manning? Let's see what will happen if we do that. Electric memory seats as well. So same procedure as before. And there we go, step in, no problem. No problem whatsoever. Great, step out again too. See, if you want people to get in and out the back, it's going to be the easiest thing for them to do. Down there. There we go. So some electric adjustment on the seat, but not all of it. Isn't that weird? Okay, let's get in then. Mind my face on the pillar there. Like a lot of the older Mercedes, we've got the wipers and indicators on this side, and that's the cruise control stalk just there. Radio 3, of course, because why not? Dual zone climate control, CD player, lots and lots and lots of random buttons up here, so things like, I think, heated seats and lowering the rear head restraints, which is good. Just in glove box, do my secret mission documents want to go in there or not? It's not that would fall off here. Hold on a second, let me just pull them out of this bag. So, see if we can get these in. Yes! Oh, fantastic. Great. So if we go past this switch where you've got the powerful mirrors and also lights and things like that. There we go. Through the service. Fair enough. We're in sport mode apparently on the what's it, Standard? On Mercedes it might be Standard rather than Sport. There's also a C, which I presume is comfort mode, and then the M is a manual mode. You can see we've got actually a bit down there where you can do it in manual mode. Nice materials in here, of course. You can expect nothing else from Mercedes-Benz of this era. There's also the manual paddles on here. You can use those if you really want, and then things here for scrolling through various menus. There we go. Settings, and then 8 miles per gallon. Brilliant. No phone. 11 degrees. So not an awful lot going on there. I haven't got a big sat nav or anything in this car, which is fair enough. I suppose you don't need one anymore. Just use Google Maps. And then we've got a little ashtray thing in here. It doesn't feel quite as nice as I thought it would, but never mind. And then some big door bins in the side. So that would be practical. And the parking brake is one of these old-fashioned things. I'm just going to leave it because it's an automatic car. I'm going to leave that alone. We can play with it if we really want to, but that's not really my bag. Yeah, power folding mirrors. I'll have to shut the door and then do this. Actually, I'll do this with one hand. There we go. Fortunately, the mirror glass seems to have gone off. It is common on these. Oh, the seatbelt butler's come to see me. Hello, Mr. Seatbelt Butler. Right, so you get the power fold mirrors. You have to hold this button down for quite a long time to do that, and then you can put them back out. Or can you? I have to play with that, aren't I, dude? Anyway. Right, let's fold the mirrors back, and then we will have a look under the bonnet. Right, 1.8 supercharged 4-cylinder, in this case developing 181 horsepower because this is a later car. As you can see, it's quite possible to fit much larger engines in here. V6 and V8 engines are also available in these. But yeah, it's got probably enough power for most people, this 181 brake horsepower car. I think it does look very nice to the facelifted front end. Yeah, it's classic Mercedes really. And some bonnet struts. Okay, let's go out for another spin.
So it handles quite well, and the body flex is not nearly as bad as I thought it might be. This is shaping up to be a pretty decent car, actually. Yeah. I don't know why the mount has decided to sort of move around a bit too much. That might be something to do with the phone being quite heavy, I'm not sure. But yeah, I quite like this car, actually. Fiddled with the roof and things, and you know, had a few challenges, but it's gone back up now, and feels nice and comfortable to drive. You can go quite a long way in this with really no difficulty at all. So yeah, when comfort mode is put it in standard, does that do anything? Manual? There doesn't seem to be much difference between standard or sport and comfort at all. There doesn't seem to be any difference. Maybe that's just the way that it is. I think you could buy a car, the CLKs, but I don't know why you want to, really. It's not that sort of car. It's really not that sort of car at all. You know, you want automatic gearbox in this. It's sort of like a sort of cruiser thing. So yeah, there we go. So viewers, should you consider a second generation CLK for your hard-earned budget of up to £5,000, a sensible second-hand classic? Well, I mean, you could buy one of these, or you maybe not. I don't know. It sort of depends on what your preference is. I quite like this. I'd go for the coupe version because I'm a little bit concerned about this soft top and everything like that. But I quite like driving this, actually. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below. And we shall see you again very soon for some more reasonably priced nostalgic motoring.